What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the channel. This will be my first commentary video, and we will do I'm sorry if I misspeak and my voice sounds weird. I am sick right now with the flu. However, we're about to run this, and we're about to run through an archer. We're about to use the arch. I was going to do a lancer, but I figured a more DPS based class would be a bit more fun. We will be running an archer and getting it all the way up to 65, but we'll be only leveling it in these videos. And as you see, I have the founder pack, so I got this beautiful mount. What I don't like about the founders pack is I believe if you're gonna put money like that, you should get that mount for all your characters. I know it's kind of overboard, but you don't, and you should also get the title of founder for all your characters. And if you don't get the mount, you should at least get the title for all your characters. I don't see why you don't get the title for them all. That's kind of defeats the purpose, because you do have multiple characters. But I don't know. It's on them. Maybe they'll change in the future. Anyways, we're about to get going and get with this first quest. Now, this first island, I'm just gonna show you guys like how I do things. I did the first one already, because you just talk to that guy and then get the tree. And the middle. Oh, I'm not done yet.
You call me?
So. This beginning island, it is quite annoying. I'll admit, it's quite boring. You can get through it fairly quickly. Now, what I didn't realize was that certain classes will have more troubles with getting doing the first part, because they'll be slower DPS based and all that, unless you get potions or whatever. But here's how I'm gonna kind of tell you guys which classes have more trouble in the beginning, which classes have less trouble, just so that you guys know what to expect. Now, right away, I'm gonna say that the two classes that I feel have the worst initial startup, like the worst DPS starting off, definitely by far the Berserker and the Slayer. Everything else is actually pretty good. Priest can get through these things very well. Mystic, surprisingly, once you get your Thrall of Vengeance, holy shit, you take down the bosses and stuff in seconds, like snap of a finger seconds. Priest gets through pretty quickly. They do good enough damage. Berserkers and Slayers are very, 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 very slow starting off. What I noticed, but Berserkers do end up being high DPS. Now, before anyone says, there's no one class.
Do you want to play?
Like, I don't recommend you pick a specific class and follow what everyone else does. Like, yes, I do believe that the Berserker is probably highest on the DPS charts. However, they have different types of DPS. Like, a lot of people sit there and say, I have a friend who's honestly, he's not very good at. He is good at the game, but he's not the brightest when it comes to knowing what characters can do what, because that's what makes me angry when people say, oh, this class sucks. And it's no, the class doesn't suck, it just people don't know how to play it. Like brawlers don't suck, people just don't know how to play brawlers. And look at that, see this thing, 2 shots bosses or these things, whereas like the Berserker takes a lot longer, and it's because the attack speed. That's like solely the only reason why, because of all the attack speed that you have as the archer and stuff. That's my buddy.
Give me a sec. Hey,
I was inviting him earlier, but now I'm doing a video, so he's too late. The archer does have fast attack speed, and they do a good bit of damage. Like I said, like every class has a different type of damage. Like the archer is quick attacking, heavy attacking. Like their moves are fast, quick. Berserker's damage is more slow and like they hit hard, but they hit really slow, whereas a sorcerer has multiple dot damage, multiple AoE dot damage, I guess you could call it, if you use like the what's it called, the Blizzard Storm, whatever, I can't remember what it's specifically called. Hailstorm, that's what it's called, as well as the little poison move. Again, I'm sick, so I can't remember everything properly. But I definitely say it has to be a tie between Berserker and Slayer that start off the slowest. But then again, that's like at the MMO, you have to give it a chance. I say run a character up to level 30. unless you have all the character slots and stuff, run each character that you make up to 30 before you make a decision. Don't delete it just because you think it's bad because of the startup. Make sure you go through it and kind of give it a chance. Give it more of a chance than just 10 minutes. Like, give it to level 30. You can still delete it really fast. Like, you can still delete it instantly at level 30, but give it a chance before you write the class up. And make sure you read through your classes. Like, people are, like, mystics, they're not bad healers. It's just people don't read through their skills. You physically have to go and read through your skills, as well as dungeons. Like, you have to pay attention and read your screen. You can't just sit there and damage and then just not focus. Like, you physically have to read what's on your screen, because it does tell you majority of the mechanics on screen. Sometimes it doesn't, like some of them it doesn't, but majority of them it does tell you on screen. So there should be no reason. Like, the one that I find most annoying is Shadow Sanguinary. People do not, and I mean they do not, understand the mechanics, and even though it says it on it, they don't understand that you have to aim the boss's laser, like, little beam attack towards the little monuments that he conjures up. Again, warriors as well. People think warriors have low DPS because they don't hit as high. Warriors will never hit as high as other classes because you can read it on when it shows you they're a sustained DPS. Now, the difference between burst DPS and sustained is sustained, you're going to be hitting more constant numbers, like more of the same numbers, whereas burst, you're going to be hitting super high, but it's going to variate between different numbers. It'll never be, it will very rarely be the exact same number constantly, whereas sustained, you'll be hitting the same numbers repeatedly, and it's faster, like fast.
Do you want to play?
That's what warriors are. I will be making warriors soon. I just chose an archer right now because I don't really like that move, but okay. Because I wanted an easy class to run through for this. We'll be going for a bit, and then we'll be, once we get out of this island, it'll be a lot funner. It's just this island is very boring and obnoxious. Hold on, I gotta join this party so we can. Yo, what up? Oh, goddamn. Like. Hello? Sorry, I'm doing I'm making a video, like, doing the tutorial and all that shit. I'm running an archer, so I'm gonna do, like, a video series for the archer. I got founder, by the way. You know what sucks about the founder pack, and I was just saying this in my video to, by the way, guys, I don't know if you can hear him or not, but this is my boy Weirdo, aka Jake. This is the guy I was telling you who says warriors and slayers are trash because he doesn't understand them. Fucking dookie boy. No, but like, the founders pack, you don't get the founder title for each character, which I find to be really fucking stupid. I understand maybe why they wouldn't give you the mount for each character, but at least give us the, like, the title for each character, you know? Like, I don't.
Make it snappy.
Yeah, but you only get. What I'm saying is, like, you only get it. You only get it for. You have to. Yeah, you only get the founder title for one character. That is so stupid. Because it's just a title. It should be. I understand. Like, I personally think you should get the mount as well for each character. The blue fox thing. However. I understand why they wouldn't give you the mount because it is more expensive. However, like, the title is just a title, so you should be getting the title for free for all your characters. You shouldn't have to. I don't know why they would do that. It kind of defeats the purpose of even getting the title. Because I put it on my sorcerer thinking that I'd be getting, but it doesn't work. Now, right away, I just want to say, because I am still recording, I just want to say to the people that are watching, when you do, like, if you are level 65 and you're already watching this, I don't want you guys to feel left out not knowing what to do at 65. Like, I already told you, the mechanics, you have to read your screen and read your moves. Make sure you are reading your glyphs, like reading through your glyphs, reading through all your skills, making sure that you have all the skills that you need for PvE. Because there are some moves that basically only really work for PvP and not PvE. Like the Sorcerer, there are a lot of moves that I don't bother using because it's just a waste of time. However, like, especially if you are a healer and stuff, you need to read through your skills, your glyphs, and make sure that you're reading. When you're doing dungeons, you need to read your screen. I can't stress it enough because I've seen way too many people running like Shadow Sanguinary who don't know the mechanics, even though it's being said directly on their screen. So you have to make sure you do that, and definitely like read your glyphs and your skills, because that will be a huge increase to your characters, not even just DPS, but tanking wise, healing wise, and even survivability. It'll be a huge factor in how well you do. Because if you don't read, then you're missing out on a whole bunch of DPS, a whole bunch of survivability, pretty much everything. If you don't read your heals, you're missing out on a bunch of stuff. Like, there's a lot of Mystic healers that don't know that they can revive their teammates. There are a lot of Mystic healers that don't know they can put debuffs, and they can also put a buff on their teammates so that when they die, they get instantly resurrected. Which is... It's fine if they don't show the mechanics, but when they actually say the mechanics on your screen, there's no excuse.
Is someone there?
How can I help?
Hey.
And another tip for 65 players: do your daily what are those arenas called? Barakos and Akatosh. I can't remember what. Hey, do your daily ace dungeons. Yes, you have 4 you can, or 2 you can do 2 times daily. So you can basically do 4 runs, put them together.
Have you seen
Do
my
the
friends?
Echo of Araya, whatever it's called. And then also do Celestial, because that will give you Interseed tokens, which you can use to get your level 65 gear. Especially now because of how glitchy the dungeons are and stuff, and how like people keep crashing and all that. It is very beneficial to do that stuff. As well as you can also get 65 gear, like higher level 65 gear from the ace dungeons as well. So you definitely need to do that. I've been slacking. I've been sick, so I mean, just haven't been playing as much. That's good. Well, even your character too. You have like, and that's where reading your stuff comes into play. So the thing about Berserker is, even if you're not critting, your heaviest hitting move is by far Thunderstrike. Like, that's mainly going to be the main move you guys would be using, especially for like single target DPS. Now, Thunderstrike has a passive ability, so when you don't crit, it increases your chances to crit for each time you don't crit. You know what I'm saying?
Need help?
And it's also the combinations as well. Like, certain combinations will increase. Certain combinations will actually increase, like I was reading the Berserker, they will increase the speed of the attacks. Like, they'll increase the speed of another attack, but it might decrease the damage it does. So you have to make sure you read through every single part of your skill. Like, read through all your skills, read through the glyphs, read your passives, read everything. Because if you're not, you are losing out on a lot. And that's what people. It's not just this game either. It's like any MMO. People just don't read their stuff too well. I used to be like that when I played Neverwinter for a little bit, like for the first part, and then I started reading and got a lot better. But
what can I tell you?
It definitely helps a lot.
Victory for Valkion.
And do quests as well. Don't be afraid to do quests because you'll get a lot of gold from doing them, as well as your daily vanguards and all that. Plus, I was mentioning this in a the video I was gonna do before I talked about this. I didn't end up doing, but oh, these monsters aren't spawning. What the hell? Or is someone just killing them all? No. See, this guy is just, I don't know what he's doing. See, this first island is about getting it done as fast as you possibly can. There's really no point in sitting here longer than you need to, like that guy was doing by fighting everything. It's just not beneficial for yourself. Because the faster you get off this island, the quicker you can start getting your gear up, the quicker you can start getting to 65, because that is the whole point of playing, is getting max levels so that you can start doing your farms and all that. This guy is still fighting these things, I don't know why. Shit, my controllers died. Not in the middle of a video. Alright. Controller's back in action. Now we can take everything out. And see, even the archer has, like, it has a good startup because it attacks fast, but even, like, it does very little damage, so it does take a while to kill certain things. I am just basic attacking because it is low level stuff, so you don't need to. What the fuck is going on here? I defeated these things. Right, sorry about that, I had to answer the phone. Why is it saying I defeated? Don't get it, what you saying? There we go. It was glitched out. It said I killed all 4 of the Argon Orcan Overseers, but then it was saying it was still acting like I didn't do it. That was weird.
All for one, one for all.
And another good thing you guys need to make sure you do is use semi-enigmatic scrolls to change your stats for your rings and stuff, as well as master enigmatic scrolls to change your weapon stats, because that does help quite a bit too to get the proper rolls and all that. There's just so much stuff, and another thing that I was going to mention before my stuff all cut out is don't rush the game. Like, don't immediately, especially now because of how laggy and like messed up the dungeons are going to be until they fix it, especially on console. Don't rush into just doing 410 like the max level dungeons and stuff, getting all your gear, because there are other ways to get it. You have to make sure you do your daily arenas and your ace dungeons and your Echo Aranya before. Like, do that first, but don't spend all your time queuing up for dungeons that might end up glitching on you, because there are so many things you can do. Do your like, look for titles that you want. Do the feats that you need to get the titles. You can do feats to get pets, mounts, all sorts of things. So don't just spend all your time doing dungeons. Yeah, the free pets don't give you, like, they don't auto loot, but they are cosmetic stuff. And honestly, you don't really need the auto loot ones for most of the stuff, because once you hit 65, you're gonna end up doing a lot of low level 65 dungeons that you don't want to pick up shit on. because it's just gonna fill your inventory. But like if you have a pet like Totes or was it Cheats, Totes, and there's another one. Alright, I'm gonna leave the party really quick, or I'm gonna mute myself really quick so I can do this shit. And I'll pop back in when I've finished so I can Alright, so you might be able to hear them still, but I don't wanna annoy them. So like I said, like take your time, don't rush into things, because it does. Right, as of right now, they have yet to patch the dungeons and all that. They have yet to fix the crashes and all that stuff that are happening, as well as the instant login and all that. However, they will be eventually fixing it. A few things that I would love to see in the game is a fixed chat, because if you go to chat right now, there is no way to, kind of like Neverwinter. Neverwinter, you could configure your channels so that they had different, you could get rid of certain things in them, like all this task for completed, all the logs. You can have one for logs. You could have one that just shows your like guild chat and group chat and stuff like that. I wish they did like that so that you could have it'd be less cluttered in your chat. Damage skins would be another cool thing to see. Gives another bit of unique customization you can do for the game. I'm just gonna get off this. Once I get off this island, I'll end the video. Then we'll continue off from there in the future. But and another thing, it would be damage, like DPS boards. Get away from my room. Shh. Hey. Away from my room, quiet. And yeah, there's just. I just wish there was a damage leaderboard so it would help. Hey, stay away from my room and quiet. What did I say? I'm doing stuff. Go. You're too loud. But yeah, I just really hope they do a DPS board so that people that... It helps everyone, like helps low levels, high levels, everyone can see what they're doing. It's just super beneficial. And honestly, I would love to see what my damage is doing, because it will help me compared to other classes and all that. And but yeah, it just super beneficial to do a lot of things, and a DPS board would be super beneficial. And I don't mean just DPS. I mean like damage taken, damage done, healing done, everything that would benefit you as your role. Doesn't matter what your role is. Anything that would benefit your role. That was a good bit of damage, 2,000. Actually, the Mystic, like I said, the Mystic's little Thrall of Vengeance, you get it before you fight that boss, and it does ridiculous. It takes it out in like 2 seconds. I'm not even joking. I did not expect it. The Thrall of Vengeance is OP early on against bosses and stuff, as well as the Thrall of Protection, because they can both be at the same time. Eventually, I'll be making warriors and slayers, a warrior and a slayer as well. Just right now, I don't have enough. Right now, I'll be working on a berserker, a lancer, a mystic. I have my sorcerer already, 65, as well as my reaper. And this archer will be 65, but this will be like strictly for the videos. I really like the archer's playstyle too. It's very quick, very mobile. And with that knockback you get from your little charged fire, is really well. I don't really like moves that do that, where you have to like double tap it to. Oh, I pressed. So now he's gonna do his little thing. And he's gonna pull you in. So this part is really, really boring in my opinion, just getting through this. I've done it so many times, it's just isn't fun anymore. And I definitely recommend you get that third bar because it is helpful. It gives you it gives you a third bar to operate and put your skills on. I prefer it that way. Honestly, there's nothing. I feel like when people don't use it, they're just losing out. But that's my personal opinion. So. But that's just what I say. Now, I will be like going through and showing you guys the best way to do dungeons, and people say the best way to level up is dungeons, and that is true to a point. But I do still recommend at higher levels doing quests because you can get gold. And it's always nice to have that bit of extra gold until you can start getting stuff that you can actually sell for a lot of gold. And we are now level 11. Make sure you pick up the earrings here. They'll help a little bit with your damage going forward. We find Anya. Approach the sleep chamber. We're almost done. And thank God, because I can't wait to get off this island. I skip everything, honestly. I don't really. If you guys want to see me like watch more of the cutscenes and all that, I can in the future for the future ones, but as of right now, I'm probably just gonna skip all them. Right now, like my favorite class is definitely the Sorcerer. And I don't, again, like, there's so many videos that will say, oh, best class, best race to play. I don't agree that there is a best class or best race. Yeah, people say the Ellen has a smaller hitbox and shit, but honestly, it's whatever you like. If you don't like, I enjoy the look of an Ellen, but I prefer Papori if I can make one. I don't want to make a Papori Archer just because it's weird, doesn't look right. Most of my characters are Papori because I love the race. It's your preference. Like, honestly, you can run whatever you want. What can I tell you? And don't let anyone tell you otherwise, because anyone who thinks that you physically have to run an Elin only is probably pretty bad at MMOs. I'm just stating my opinion, because in an MMO you're supposed to be kind of unique. You don't want to sit there and copy every single person and copy each rotation that people do, copy everything they do, because that's just boring. Why would you want to have just Elins just because they're supposedly the best race in the game? I prefer to have something that I like looking at. I love looking at my Panda Papori Sorcerer. I love the Paporis in general because I find them super awesome, super cute, super funny. I love their little happy laugh. But that's just my opinion. So pick whatever, like if you like a Baraka, your Baraka is your favorite race, you want to play everything Baraka, go ahead. You want to play a Baraka healer, Baraka tank, Baraka DPS, go right ahead. It's up to you really what you pick. I definitely do not recommend following exactly what other people say. Unless you're running PvP, then yes, maybe run an Elin, but even then, run whatever you want. It's honestly, it's no big deal. Run whatever you want. That's why I run mainly Papori, and nobody's gonna tell me otherwise, or nobody can say, oh, you're running the wrong race, because I don't give a shit. I like Papori. They're cute, they're awesome, they're funny. Paporis look way better than Elins. Barakas look really cool. I have actually my Lancer's a Baraka because it's huge, but Paporis are just the best looking race in my opinion. My Sorcerer Papori he's a Panda Papori, and he also has a Panda mount, so that's amazing. I love it. That being said, I do use like Elins occasionally. I have a Reaper that's an Elin, obviously, because that's the only race they can be. My Arch is an Elin, but majority of my stuff is actually Papori, just because it's my favorite race. I do like to mix it up here and there, but I was gonna make my Lancer Papori, but I figured I want to name him something. I want it to be cool and big because he's a tank, so I named him Hulk Smash, and he's a Baraka. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll start out from here in the next video, and we will get going with the rest of the leveling up and all that. And yeah, hope you guys have a good day. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscription. Let me know anything I could do to make the videos more fun to watch and just better overall, as well as let me know what your experience with Tera is so far, aside from the glitches and the bugs and all that. Like, what's your favorite class to play, your favorite race and all that stuff, and what's your favorite fashion and all that, and mounts and all that stuff too. So yeah, we'll see you guys later. Have a good day. Peace out.